folks, welcome back to Paltry Squabbles. It's so good to have you today. My name is Hunkle Tookus.
Hunkle Tookus? I did not expect this at all.
Well, I remember you saying that, we can't have the same intro every single time, so I thought I would kind of throw you a little twist.
You're absolutely right.
That you so eloquently decided that we needed.
Also, it turns out I was going back and editing a previous episode. Blaine, that was the second time we talked about that.
Is it? Because I felt like it was our last recording.
Yes, it was our last recording and 2 recordings before that.
Yeah. So I'm just doing what we talked about. I'm trying a curveball. How'd it go?
I think it went pretty well. I'm very excited. This is our 10th episode, actually. We hit double digits, and to celebrate, we're bringing on a third guy, Hunkle Tookus. Or whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah, it's Hunkle Tookus.
Hunkle Tookus.
Thanks for having me on today, folks.
Oh, it's fantastic having you, Hunkle Tookus. I'm glad it wasn't a surprise.
You didn't tell us your name yet.
Oh yeah, I'm Alex. Which, usually I like how straight to the point that is. I like my name, but it's just not as good as Hunkle Tookus, to be honest. I couldn't say it without laughing that time. Listeners at home, please, mutter Hunkle Tookus to yourself. And repeat until you're laughing.
Yeah, and I'm Blaine. I was playing Hunkle Tookus in that intro. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was just trying to put something new in, like we talked about twice, apparently.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Blaine, that's absolutely what I'm looking for. now, if only I can learn how to participate. I can't believe
if only you're funny like me.
2 separate episodes, I was like, yeah, I really need to get more creative and mix it up, and I completely forgot by the second one.
So this is Paltry Squabbles. I knew we kind of tossed that under the rug and just focused on my backwoods yee-yee-ass voice.
That's another thing we forget to do a lot, actually, is give an introduction to the podcast itself.
I don't think so. Do we?
Almost never. We did at the beginning. Episode 2 and 3 and maybe 4. But we have not done it nearly as much. So yeah.
I thought we've always said the name of the podcast.
I don't think so. Maybe I'll have to listen back and I'm full of shit. But this is Paltry Squabbles, where my friend Blaine and Blaine and his friend Alex, which is me, we argue about stuff. And it's just the dumbest shit. Shit that does not matter to anyone who has important things going on in their lives.
But they are important conversations.
They are important conversations. We need to get to the bottom of the shit that people's not talking about. I was going to go with what people aren't talking about. It didn't sound right, so somehow I came up with people's not talking about. And that's worse.
Either one is fine. Why do words suck? Either one is fine with me, I tried to say, but I stumbled over that even.
It's because we didn't do any vocal warm-ups.
Yeah, we did. Do you not remember already? Have you forgotten?
Okay, we did one vocal warm-up this week, and it was a good one.
And it's hardly a vocal warm-up, it's just fun.
It is fun.
Alex, why don't you tell them our vocal warm-up?
Yeah, so, on my ride home from work today and yesterday, I don't know why, I was thinking about, there's a meme video from Fairly Odd Parents with Doug Dimmadome, and,
Wait, who?
Well, it's Doug Dimmadome, one of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, and...
Oh, that's who you're talking about, okay, I got you now.
In the meme video, he doesn't actually say that, but I cannot say what he says in the meme video because it is garbled, but just on my ride home, alone in my car, I found myself mimicking Doug Dimmadome, one of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, and saying, "That's right! Not right!" Like a bunch of times. Like a whole bunch of times.
And then Alex told me, and then I started to repeat, Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Because it's a lot of fun to say, Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Alright, I think this joke is dimmadone.
I think you're right.
Let's get to our first topic, eh?
I suppose so, yeah. 1 second, I gotta go make a sandwich first. I'm thinking turkey, cheese, Ooh, gotta have the Miracle Whip.
Excuse. Oh, huh?
Yeah. A turkey sandwich. You've had a turkey sandwich before, right? It's a pretty common thing.
List those ingredients again.
So you got turkey, you got cheese, and you got Miracle Whip.
There it is. What? Why?
Well, you can't have a turkey sandwich without turkey, Blaine.
No. The turkey is fine in a turkey sandwich. The cheese, that's also fine. But there was that last thing.
Oh, the Miracle Whip. Well, it's a fantastic...
fuck you.
It does... The weird thing about Miracle Whip is they call it a salad dressing, and I don't think it's a salad dressing. It's a sandwich condiment.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You like Miracle Whip?
Oh, I love this stuff. It's way better than fucking mayo. Ugh.
I thought you said mail for a second.
Yeah,
but
whenever I check the mail, I just say fuck this and eat Miracle Whip instead.
Yeah, mayo is superior to Miracle Whip.
Oh, no way, dude. Miracle Whip has so much more flavor to it. It's got a zing, it's got a zest, it's got a pop.
Yeah, that's because they put extra shit in it that's bad for you.
Yes, and things that are bad for you taste the best. This is a proven fact.
See, you always, pretend you're, cautious on one end, but then on the other end, you're just, bad out of hell, ready for Miracle Whip on your sandwiches.
That's because I love Miracle Whip. It's so fucking fantastic.
They put a bunch of extra shit in it that sucks.
It does not suck at all. It is literally my favorite sandwich condiment. Mayo is better for doing things with. If you're going to put shit in it, then you go with mayo, because it doesn't have shit put in it yet. Miracle Whip already has shit put in it. They already made it for you.
Like high fructose corn syrup.
There's that and everything. I'm going to die young, but, aren't we all?
But not in mayo. It also has sunflower oil in it. You know what doesn't have that? Mayo.
I like sunflowers, and they're sweet, sweet oils. Or zesty oils? I don't know what sunflower oil tastes like, or why they put it in there, but I like it.
Why would you need to put it in there? You don't need to put it in there. Yeah, they're similar. They have the same, 3 key ingredients. Eggs, fucking vinegar, and whatever the third thing is. I don't remember.
I didn't even know there was a third thing. To be fair, I actually only knew eggs for sure. But are you telling me that mayo, boring old mayo, is better than Miracle Whip? It practically tastes like nothing.
Boring? What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, mayo's boring as hell, unless you add a bunch of shit to it. I love spicy mayo. I love to make spicy mayo. That shit is fantastic. Put it on a pork fritter, put it on a chicken sandwich. It's fucking great. It is one of my favorite things, is spicy mayo. And it'll give you can't spice up Miracle Whip quite like that, because they already put the flavor in for you. They save you a step.
Yeah, Alex, I don't remember if we said we weren't going to Google stuff, in terms of our arguments, but I did. Because, fuck you.
Fair enough.
And, Miracle Whip, yes, it does contain added sugar and other spices, but yeah, it's sweetened with high fructose corn syrup, a highly refined added sugar that has been associated with several health issues, including non-alcoholic fatty liver disease.
Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, huh? Blaine, I've got concerns. Yeah. Can you get both?
Ooh, now that's a question. Can you get alcoholic fatty liver disease and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease
at the same time? Because I might be in trouble.
And yeah, how would they diagnose one over the other? Obviously, the non-alcoholic one is easy, but if you have both of them and they have to diagnose it, would they just get the non-alcoholic, or would they get the alcoholic?
Wait a second. And if you can't get both, and you get non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, but you also drank alcohol and they can see that in there, are they just going to assume it's alcoholic fatty liver disease? Excuse me? I don't drink that much. I just eat too much fucking Miracle Whip. It's fine.
You eat too much Miracle Whip?
Yeah.
Straight out of the jar?
No, I've never. Part of me wanted to play in that space, but also there's a level of... Listen, we can talk about piss fetishes all day long, but there's a level of shame I don't want to cross.
Shut the hell
up with eating Miracle Whip right out of the jar, because that is shameful.
I think we need a break from piss talk. At least one episode. Jesus.
Okay, that was...
We had an episode that was half the entire runtime about piss. Leave it alone.
All right. So I guarantee
we need to retain some audience.
This right here is going to be the last time I say the word piss for this entire episode. It's done.
Next episode, we'll talk about piss.
Almost definitely. It's not planned yet, but it just kind of happens a lot. I think we have a problem.
Alex talked about piss. I didn't until he did, so this is all on him.
I don't know what to say next because I promised I won't say the word again, so I'm just going to leave it alone and talk about how much better Miracle Whip is than Mail. Because that shit fucking rules. It's got a zing to it. When's the last time you tried Miracle Whip, Blaine?
Years, because it's trash.
I think you're lying to yourself. Your taste buds are lying to you. It is fucking great. It is the best shit you can put in your body for flavor. For flavor, not for... In terms of high fructose corn syrup, it's got too much, but everything's got too much. We live in America, so...
And the Miracle Whip also being made with soybean oil, which has been shown to induce inflammation in some animal and test tube studies.
So it's made with high fructose corn syrup and soybean oil. Blaine, I'm supporting the local economy. We live in Iowa. That's literally at least 80% of this state, and another 19% is hogs.
We don't do soybeans, we do corn, baby.
Oh, we do plenty of soybeans.
Fuck soybeans. I'm a corn lover.
Listen, I love me some corn too, but there are quite a few soybean fields. I've had a job before where I had to go cut the corn out of the soybean fields because the corn wasn't supposed to be there.
It should have been there instead of soybeans. Fuck soybeans. Corn for life.
Nah, see, the problem is it was rogue corn. The reason it couldn't be there is it was going to fuck up the good corn.
I thought you said it was in soybean land.
Yes, it was in a soybean field, but it's, pollen, or corn cum, if you will. No, you won't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. But its pollen is going to spread to the other corn and give bad ears. Because it's not the kind of pollen we want. You see, hybridization is a very, very careful field. And you can't get bad corn ears, so you gotta go cut it out. Gotta call it bad. It's rogue.
Miracle Whip sucks.
Your ass sucks. Oh, no, sorry. What I meant to say is I want to suck your ass.
No, you don't have to.
Well, okay then. I won't say it again. This episode. Maybe we should just... We need to plan out a day where we have a PG episode.
That's gonna end in 5 seconds. We're gonna start the episode, and then we're gonna be like, yeah, this fucking... Wait, this is a PG. Fuck, I mean, no!
Fucking welcome to Paltry, Squabbles. Ah, god damn it! Jesus shit! Fuck!
Like, we're gonna click record, and then we're saying, sup, fuckers?
Sup, fuckers?
Our PG episode is gonna start with sup, fuckers.
Okay, maybe we compromise and we do a PG-13 episode. We are, between the two of us, allowed a single fuck.
We're like, haha, hey nerds, haha. That would actually be kind of fun, though. A PG episode.
It would be really fun to attempt. I think it would take a lot of focus. Because when I'm in casual mode, thankfully I'm good at this in, like, interviews and shit. See, there I go. When I'm in casual mode, it just slips out. The shit slips out of my mouth, you know?
Yeah, in, like, a work setting, I'm a good, sweet angel. But if I'm me, just here, now, I say naughty.
You curse like a sailor, Blaine. And so do I.
I like pirates.
That's because pirates are cool.
Yar har fiddle-dee-dee. So we stopped talking about Miracle Whip already.
Many times. We tried to bring it back, but I think this one's a flop. I'm right, you're wrong. Blah, blah. That's how we...
Shut up, idiot. You're dumb.
Yeah, but you don't have to tell everyone.
Alex, you know what you are?
Yes.
Good, okay. So we're going to I'm just gonna leave everyone teased with that one. So I would like to continue on with the Would You Rathers. And Alex, I have a silly one today.
Okay, yeah, lay it on me.
Would you rather have lobster claws or a lobster tail?
Fascinating. I gotta go
Like not
tail.
like not to eat, like to have, to be.
That is good to specify, actually. I understood what you meant, but I could totally understand. I would not judge a listener or think they're dumb for being like, I mean, they're both lobster. Who cares?
Well, the lobster, you get more meat with the lobster tail, so I mean, in this economy, it would be right to pick the lobster tail for food.
Okay, I didn't actually know that. Thanks for educating me.
I don't fucking know. I made that up.
You do know, Blaine, we only spit facts on this podcast.
And I was stating a fact when I said I didn't fucking know. So yeah, you picked tail. Why?
Because either way, you're gonna have an aesthetic issue. No, not issue. Maybe that's a bit rude. An aesthetic uniqueness that's going to draw attention. At least with a tail, I still have opposable thumbs.
Yeah, but you don't have badass, like, lobster clompers.
See, that is something that I did consider because that would be pretty sick. From time to time.
Like, you wouldn't have legs anymore.
Oh, I see. I thought like monkey tail, like I just had a lobster tail coming out of my tailbone.
Like, wait, would it be adjusted to your size, or would it still be, like, lobster size? So it's just, like, a tiny little, like, hand size, like, flicky tail.
It does not matter, Blaine, because what's more important right now than whatever you just said is the terrifying image that came to my mind. Because here's the thing. With claws, they're still functional. Which means, to equal this out, if you're getting a lobster tail, in place of your legs, it has to be the whole kit and caboodle, terrifying lobster legs and all, with a human torso coming out the top.
Like a scuffed mermaid.
Yeah, the worst mermaid you've ever seen. But better than being a mermaid, because you can be out of water much easier. I'd rather be a lobster maid than a mermaid.
You know how mermaids or sirens are supposed to be, like, beautiful? And, like, they're supposed to lure the sailors to their death with their hot bods and their fish tail?
Oh, yeah.
But now they have a lobster tail.
I do think that's more fun. Fuck mermaids.
Have you seen a lobster tail? They have, like, little things underneath their tail to, like, propel them.
Oh, I think I've seen that, yeah. That is pretty fucking cool. Ooh.
Okay, I googled lobster tails, but it just come up with recipes for lobster tail. That's not what I want.
No, I want a tail for a lobster that's on me and part of me.
I want to look at lobster tails.
Is me.
Let me look up alive monster tails. Monster tails.
What we just described is definitely a monster. Oh my god, that's the most terrifying thing I can imagine.
There's its tail.
I'll make sure to tweet out a picture of this tail when this episode goes out. So if you so if you want to see this bad thing to look at, check our Twitter. If you don't want to see this bad thing to look at, still check our Twitter, but close your eyes at the beginning part if you're listening to this episode fresh. There'll be some Sphinx cans on there from last week's episode or 2 weeks ago's episode. It gets hard to keep track. We're at 10 now, Blaine. We're practically at 1 million, so I'm losing track.
Yeah, we're seasoned vets now. Look at us go. But yeah, that tail. You see the little, like, flicky things on it?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, you would have them. You'd have them. That's exciting. Fun. Gross.
Looking at this tail, the bottom side of it is definitely making me lean closer to claws. Yeah, I'm switching it up. I gotta go claws.
I was thinking claws the entire time, because, like, imagine just you having lobster claws. That's so much more fun. I mean, so much cooler than having a boring-ass tail with weird-ass little extra flicky bits.
Like, the snip alone is going to be so much fun.
Could you imagine? You can get a job as a chef and, like, hey, I need this cut up, and you're just like, snip, 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 snip.
It will provide an ethical dilemma if you're a chef in a Red Lobster. So try and avoid that.
No. Oh, no. That's perfect. Because you know how in, like, Red Lobsters, they give you, like, a shell-shaped, like, shell cracker? You are the shell cracker.
Oh my god, yes.
Like, if a customer says, like, hey, I can't work this, I can't get the shells, can you do it for me? And you're like, snip, snip. Absolutely.
You just, like, you hold your hands under the table so they don't notice them. And when they ask you, you just bring them out, slap them on the table, and open it up and say, put her in there. And you know what other great job you could have with lobster claws?
Tell me.
Okay, so here's what you're going to do when you get your lobster claws. You just got out of surgery, and you're snipping away having a good time. You're going to drive yourself to the mayor's office. It's going to be tough, because getting your keys into the ignition is not going to be fun. But turning the wheel should be good enough. So you're going to drive to the mayor's office, you're going to march right in, and you're going to show the mayor your sweet new snippers, and say,
How are you going to get past security?
snip them away?
Because City Hall in my spot, I mean, there are, like, I know lobster claws are not metal detector, whatever, but I feel like, hey, you have those dangerous weapons, I don't think you can let you in, and you're just like, snip, snip.
What are they going to do to you? If they try and shoot you, you just snip their bullets out of the air.
That's a fair point. It's like, there's two officers behind you, the one in front shoots you, you snip the bullet in half, and then the two go around you and hit the other officers.
Hell, yes. And
Hit the other guards.
You're doing Matrix shit the whole time. It's like when you lean backwards in slow motion, but instead of dodging them, you're snipping them.
We should make a movie.
We should make a movie. That would be sick. I don't think that's what we can promise for a follower count, though, because something like that is going to take more video editing than I know. But Blaine, you didn't let me
No. We can tweet Steven Spielberg. It's fine.
Oh yeah, just get him on board. Hey, tune in next week when we have Steven Spielberg as a guest. But Blaine, so you're gonna march up to the mayor and you're gonna whip out your snippers. He's gonna have already seen them. He's gonna watch you get past these security guards in awe. He's gonna be like, yes, I want that dude on the council. I want him somewhere. But you're not going to accept any of that. You don't need all that stress and drama. You're going to march up to the mayor, and you're going to say, where's the red ribbons? And you're going to clip your claws.
Okay. I like that a lot. You get to hold the mayor's hand every time. He's like, I now pronounce this children's park, snip, open.
Very important here, though. When you're holding the mayor's hand, be gentle. You do not, trust me, the coolness of being the lobster ribbon cutting guy fades very quickly after you've snipped the mayor's hand off in front of a bunch of children and everything.
See, I was thinking, like, imagine you're like a businessman or something like that, and you have your lobster claws, and you're talking to like a rival business office, and like you meet them, and there's the handshake that you got to do with your rival, and you got to assert dominance against your rival. So you give the most, it's whoever has the most like aggressive like handshake. Like, yeah, you're my bitch. I can shake your hand so much better than you can shake mine. Now imagine that, but with your lobster claws.
Oh yeah, when you snip a finger off, you say, "Oh, I guess my grip was just too firm for you. You should get better at handshakes, bucko." And
exactly.
Then you dab on the haters and walk off.
Oh, yikes. You had me until you said dab.
I'm going to be honest, I got into dabbing far past when it was quote-unquote cool. It was never cool. It still isn't. I got into it, it's fun to do, but it was never cool. People thought it was cool and they were wrong, and I shouldn't do it, but I kind of like dabbing, to be honest with you.
You know what I just did?
Me too.
Oh, we should record an entire episode just dabbing the entire time.
Oh, we could do a face cam episode for our YouTube channel. A YouTube exclusive.
Now would that be like an episode that we just happen to record with our cams on? Or is that just going to be like a special, like, hey, no one else on the Spotify is going to hear this episode. This is only on YouTube and you can see us.
I don't think there's any reason not to also put it up on Spotify and stuff, but we need to exaggerate in the beginning that the optimal listening for this episode is actually a viewing on YouTube.
I can get behind that. Let's go back to the movie that we're gonna make.
Yes.
What's the character's name gonna be? Because it has to be like a shellfish pun, right?
I mean, obviously.
Like I want to have a name with like lobster in it.
Yes.
You know,
It's Neo, right? In the Matrix.
Neo. Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I don't know his last name. Does he even have a last name, or is it just Neo? It's been a while since I've seen The Matrix.
I don't know if I've ever seen The Matrix, actually. I need to watch The Matrix.
Ooh,
I've heard
really?
it's very good.
It's very good. It starts going a little downhill after 3. Or like on episode 3, or like the third movie.
Okay, I was going to say, after 3, I have heard... How much is after 3? Because I know they just made a new one, and I thought that was it.
The latest one is either the 5th or the 4th. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's the 4th, but I've never seen him, so I don't know for certain.
Daryl Crabbins.
Daryl Crabbins.
That's going to be our protagonist name.
And
now,
hey, do you want to know what Daryl Crabbins' job is? Jesus.
What's his jaw?
Daryl Crabbins' job is he's a practitioner of claw.
I like that very much. Now, he got his lobster claws because he was snorkeling with his wife in the Caribbean, and he saw this glowing lobster, and he was like, gotta touch it.
Gotta touch it.
Who's not gonna touch the glowing lobster?
It's glowing.
That lobster... Yeah, that
Absolutely. No, keep on going. A glowing lobster is a globster. I agree.
Okay, that works. The globster, it pinches him, right? And then we're kind of ripping off Spider-Man. He gets back to his hotel. He's having a nightmare kind of thing. He's freezing. He wraps up in a blanket. Then he goes to sleep.
Oh yeah, he's freezing, but he is also sweating buckets.
Yes. So yeah, he wakes up the next morning shredded as hell. And he's also got his lobster claws.
And I think when he's shredded, we just get a completely new actor and pretend that only the lobster claws and the muscles are different.
I like that. That's very good.
Ooh, we can get Ryan Reynolds.
No, we gotta get Leo. I forgot his name.
I do too sometimes.
I think it should be like who's an actor? It should be Tom Holland. And then shredded version is going to be The Rock.
Oh, okay. I was thinking The Rock for shredded version, actually. Because he's already something hard, so we might be able to do something there with, like, a hard shell. Because that's kind of like a rock. It's like a lobster rock. Rock Lobster! That's a song. I got excited.
Perfect. It's also a species of lobster. But I think it's also funny going from Tom Holland to The Rock as if they're the same person. I just find that very funny.
Yeah, when I was protesting Tom Holland at first, I thought you meant post-transformation. I was like, we're going to have to make Tom Holland do a lot of work to get him super muscly, or do a lot of special effects.
It goes from The Rock to Tom Holland.
And the entire movie, we act like The Rock was sort of small and, like, not a very strong man, and then Tom Holland is just a fucking beefcake.
It's like Chris Evans Captain America super soldier. Because he's just like Funhouse Mirror Chris Evans, because he's a tiny, scrawny guy.
But as fun as that would be, I think Rock does have to be the ripped one. Because like I said, there's something there with rocks and hard things, you know?
Oh man, everyone's gonna be hard watching this movie.
I'm always hard when The Rock's on screen. Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Can you get John Cena in it somehow? I love John Cena.
How? You're not even gonna see him though.
He could be the villain, an invisible villain. That's exciting.
Ooh, he could be like a, I was gonna say squid, but like an octopus, because like you can see him, but they can like blend into their surroundings. You know, they can change their like color. Like an octopus villain, John Cena. So you can see him, but you can't see him because he's blended in with his environment.
See, and now I'm thinking, right at the end of the movie, right when our budget runs out, at the final confrontation, we just cut in some WWE, just a Rock versus Cena fight. Hopefully that exists. I don't really follow WWE. I don't know if they were even in it at the same time.
I don't think so, but I don't know. I don't know either, but I'm just thinking like, and someone just RKO out of nowhere.
Oh my god, that would be fantastic. We need to make this movie because I really want to watch this movie.
So yeah, does it take place so like while he's on vacation, or does he get back home and then the plot happens? Like, we're still in the introduction bit. Are we going to go back home to, like, I don't know, Brooklyn? Where should he live?
Brooklyn, Iowa. That's a place that exists.
Is it?
It's very, very small. I've driven past it.
Now that would be funny, though. Like, you expect him to go back to, like, a big city for a big cinematic, like, finale at the end of the movie, but it's just podunk, rinky-dink, 600 population village.
And listen, I'm not even going to apologize to anyone who lives in Brooklyn, Iowa, because they probably don't even fucking have the internet there. Jesus.
I like that. That's funny. All right, I'm excited for this movie. We need to start writing a screenplay.
Absolutely. And we need to get our good friend Steven Spielberg in on it.
I'm literally, right now, I'm going to tweet Steven Spielberg.
Fantastic. Oh, do you know, I don't think this is the final name for the movie, but it would be... I've just had this pun in my head, and I don't know how to work it in because The Rock's playing a character and not himself. But, Rock Clawbster.
Does Steven Spielberg even have a Twitter?
He must, right? Everyone famous has a Twitter.
Oh, okay. He's not even verified. I think this is a troll account or something.
That might not be the real Steven Spielberg. I imagine the real Steven Spielberg would be verified.
I googled Steven Spielberg Twitter, but this one came up and is like, I'm a very famous movie director. Ever seen E.T.?
That's almost definitely not real Steven Spielberg.
James Cameron? Is James Cameron our second pick? No, you know who's... No. Edgar Wright.
I don't know that I've heard of Edgar Wright. Tell me about him. What do I know him from? What has he done?
Have you seen Baby Driver?
I've heard of Baby Driver, but the name was a bit stupid, so I didn't want to watch it.
It's very, very good, but...
You can't teach a baby to drive? That's unethical!
You will 100%... You've seen Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, yes, I have seen Scott Pilgrim. I do like that movie.
That is Edgar Wright. He also did Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead, and The World's End.
Okay, he works with Simon Pegg a lot. That's all I needed to know. Edgar Wright it is.
Edgar Wright. Let's tweet Edgar Wright.
I feel like I haven't seen overall a lot of Simon Pegg material, but I really like Simon Pegg. Something about him is just good to see.
All right, let us tweet at Edgar Wright. We have a fantastic movie idea, and we would like you to be our director.
Don't forget to include some hashtags so that it can be found.
Oh, he's not going to want to miss this.
No, of course not. But we need everyone to find it.
We have no budget.
True.
But we have great ideas.
Great ideas. They're the best ideas. I mean, has he heard this episode? He must. Edgar Wright definitely listens to our show, right?
We would be willing to give a free meeting to discuss. I think this is a little bit too much. I'm gonna delete we'll be willing. Yeah, but we have great ideas. If you're interested, please tweet us back.
This is a fantastic tweet.
Thank you.
Ooh, can we call him Dad?
Hashtag.
Thank you, comma Dad.
How about Papa?
Ooh, that's very good.
Thank you, Papa. Hashtag. Obviously, Paltry Squabbles.
Obviously. I mean, that's when we gotta get in.
Hashtag. Movie idea.
Hashtag Rock. We don't mention that one in the tweet, but give them a little sneak peek.
Hashtag The Rock or hashtag Rock?
I feel like The Rock, because they might just think, oh no, these guys have a movie about rocks? Who gives a shit? Oh, a bunch of geologists go find a rock and it's got an alien in it, it eats them, whatever.
Edgar Wright can make a good movie out of that.
That's probably true.
Okay. This is a actual tweet that I'm legitimately tweeting at Edgar Wright, so...
Please find it and retweet it for visibility.
Yes, please. Holy shit, can you imagine if Edgar Wright responds to us? He's not going to, but Jesus Christ, that would be so fun.
That would be fucking great.
Alright, now that we have discussed our fantastic movie, do you want to take a little break and properly type up this screenplay?
Yeah, definitely, and then we can come back in the chill out tent.
Oh, I thought we were gonna write it in the chill out tent.
Oh,
it would
yeah,
be a nice chill. It would be a nice chill spot to hang out in the tent. You know, we can have our movie idea cogs turning.
We can get a typewriter.
We can invite Edgar Wright to come in with us.
Yeah, hey Edgar Wright, come into our tent with us. Mr. Wright, it's nice to see you. I'm glad you could join us.
Hello. Okay, I can't do an Edgar Wright impression. I looked up how he speaks, but I can't. He sounds nice though.
He does sound very nice. I just heard him a second ago in our tent. He went away. You just missed him, Blaine.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry. I listened to your screenplay about what was the title again?
I don't know if we came up with a title. I mean, I do like Rock Clawbster, but the character's name isn't The Rock. It's Barry Crabman or something like that. I don't remember. It wasn't that, but
Rock Clawbster. I think you really got something special here. So I'm gonna call my guys, and we'll get this movie started.
fantastic.
All right, bye-bye.
Let's get this on the road. Okay, well, bye.
Wow, thank you, Edgar Wright. That was incredible. Thank you for stopping by. Hello, everyone. This is our tent.
This is our tent. Edgar Wright was just here. You just missed him.
Yeah, you just heard him. He loved our script. We promise.
Real chill dude. Perfect for the tent. Now,
So Alex, what's up with you?
I've got a story for the tent that's maybe a little bit less than chill, but I thought it was wild. So this happened about a year ago, year and a half, somewhere in there. I went out for a walk in the middle of the night in my hometown. And I went out for this walk. It was like 3 a.m. I live some kind of way. So I'm out walking around, and I'm walking down Main Street. And do you know what hits me first, Blaine? Is the smell.
The kind of smelly smell that smells?
Oh, it was a smelly smell that smelled smelly. It smelled very, maybe a little bit irony. Maybe like there's some hemoglobin in there. It smelled like blood in my town. I live in Iowa, so like that's not super out of the ordinary. I mean, it is, at least in town. But, So I keep
That
walking.
sounds bloody awful.
I keep walking. And then I start seeing the spots. And I'm not talking about a dribble. I'm talking pools of blood in the street. I'm 100% dead serious. I will tweet the pictures I took. There are pools of blood in the street. And so, naturally, seeing all this blood in the road, I want to investigate further. As one does. I am going to get murdered someday. That is how I die. That's why I can eat all that high fructose corn syrup. Kern syrup.
Maybe the blood was actually yours, but you're just seeing it like in the future.
I hope I don't have that much blood in me. Because I kept on walking. And the pools turned into a fucking river. Not a flowing river. It was still. But the streets of my hometown had run red with blood. Covering like an entire block. It was so much. It was an obscene amount of blood just in the road. And keep in mind, it's 3 a.m. and I'm just out walking around, and suddenly I found myself in fucking Silent Hill or some shit, because the street is blood. The street is blood now. Well, after going a little bit further down the road, I see a cop sitting around looking at it. I walk up to it and I'm like, I don't know how much you're allowed to tell me, but this is blood, yeah? He's like, yeah, that's blood. And apparently we had like some sort of processing plant that made blood sausage or blood meal or something like that, maybe both. And what happened was a tanker truck full of blood was coming into town and had a leak. And so around the stop signs, actually, when he was slowing down, the leak got worse, you could tell. And one of the things the cop mentioned, actually, was they were calling that company, they had to get him in to clean it up now. Because this was the middle of the summer. As soon as that sun came up, this fucking river of blood was gonna be a problem.
Stank?
Oh, I bet, yeah. I mean, I've never smelled blood that has been left out in the sun for too long, but I can't imagine it's good. It's not good when it hasn't been left out in the sun for too long. It was...
I wish I could see something like that.
It was
maybe
very
not from a
interesting.
human.
I mean, it wasn't from a human as far as I know. As far as I actually... I don't know about this company's ethics. It could be... We could have a Soylent Green situation here.
Oh, shit.
I'm assuming it was cow or pig blood, but you never know. I didn't see it get processed.
You're like, can I join the process?
What a good joke.
I mean, see, it's kind of a double layer, because you don't know if you're going to be the blood or be the one to provide the blood. Or, I guess that's kind of the same thing?
No, rock Clawbster style, they're going to turn you into blood. Like, skin, muscle, and all is getting turned into blood.
You could be a butcher with your Clawbster hands.
Clawbster hands would be very good for butchering. Holy shit. Clawbster hands are great. Clawbster tails are terrifying. But Clawbster hands, they're fantastic.
I don't remember why we're saying Clawbster, but it sounds right.
Well, because it was rock Clawbster. You got like a rock lobster thing going on. But then you can include the word claw too, because it's specifically the claws.
Clawbster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's very fun.
I hope Edgar Wright tweets at us.
Could
you imagine little old us?
Little old us get an Edgar Wright tweet? Oh, I mean, we deserve it, but...
I will give you, Alex, $500 if Edgar Wright tweets at us.
I mean, I'm not going to say no, but I'm going to be honest, Blaine, that's a wild proposition.
But it's also probably not going to happen, so I feel safe doing it.
Okay, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, but if Edgar Wright tweets at us, next step is trying to get him as a guest, right?
Oh my god!
Oh my god! If Edgar Wright tweets at us, we are getting him on and fleshing out Rock Clawbster. And that's just going to be the episode.
Okay, I would love that, but I also don't want Edgar Wright to hear us talk about piss and cum for an hour.
Oh, exactly. We just workshop Rock Clawbster with him, and we don't talk that much about the Rock and coming in this movie. Ah, damn it! I said it. We don't talk about The Rock doing the do as much. Obviously, in the end cut, it's getting put in, but Edgar doesn't have to know that.
Oh, the director's cut. Release the Squabbles cut.
The Squabbles cut?
Yeah, we're gonna have The Rock fuck his wife with his lobster claws.
It's 5 hours longer. It is literally pornographic.
It's just gratuitous sex scenes for 5 hours.
With lobster claws, though, so it's funny.
And also dangerous.
Yeah. So there's really a lot of things going on. It's a thriller, it's a comedy, it's a porno, it's everything you need in one movie.
Oh, Edgar Wright's gonna love this.
He's gonna love it, it's fantastic.
Alex.
Yeah, what's up, Blaine?
I just received a text message from my wrist.
I'm trying to think of a pun, but it's not coming. There was, in case I edit some of it out, there was a good 10-12 seconds of silence there.
See, I couldn't tell if you were coming up with something to respond to, or if you were just thinking, like, that's the dumbest way you could have possibly introduced our next bit.
I was really trying to think of a joke, but I couldn't. Something with wordplay with the word wrist, but it didn't come.
What, are you gonna are you gonna arrest me?
I mean, that's a joke, but it doesn't necessarily apply. Listen.
What do you mean? My joke was so bad you're gonna arrest me.
See, now that works. That works. And I'll give you, it's better than anything I had, because I had nothing. So, I'll give it to you.
Exactly. I had to do something. I have someone has to provide the jokes around here.
Did you not hear Rock Clawbster? Listen, that one's got me on easy street for this whole episode. That wasn't good enough. That's all the joke I need.
But yes, our next topic is smartwatches,
which are dumb. It doesn't make any sense. It's a waste of money. They're
so good though.
They convince you of a convenience that just isn't there. It solves a problem that never existed.
It does solve. It solves problems, but it's also just an extra useful feature for more than just phone calls. Alex, do you know how many steps you've taken today?
No, but if I wanted to, I could have my phone record that.
Yeah, but it just does automatically. My watch.
Well, that's creepy.
I don't even have to think about it. It just records all of my steps automatically.
If you're not thinking about it, then why are you caring about it,
Well, I do care about it. I want to look at my steps. I'm not going to remember to set my phone to record my steps. But what if I don't have my phone in my pocket all day?
Well, then
What if I have my phone set on a desk or something and I'm doing other things? I can't just keep my phone around with me all the time. I mean, I can at work, but I don't. What if I don't have it? I have my watch on me at all times. Not only does it tell time, it also records how many steps you take.
If you don't have your phone on you, I'm pretty sure your smartwatch isn't going to work right.
I mean, it does, as long as you're within Bluetooth range, and you can also get smartwatches that have their own, connection to, I was going to say the internet, but, reception.
Okay. I actually didn't know that. So a smartwatch is okay if you get the one that has its own connection and you don't have a phone with it. But it's still worse than a phone because the screen's too small.
But no, Alex, you want to know how many steps I took today?
69?
15,000. Nice. 15,477.
That's a good few.
Yeah, and I like to know how many steps I took. It's a very fun stat to look at. So I know that it has the date right there. It has the time. You can set your watch background to basically a wallpaper. You can set it to whatever you want. I like to have my music set up on my watch face. So if I'm listening to music, I can just hit the pause button right from my watch. I don't have to dig my phone out of my pocket in order to pause it. I can just doop, right there.
Yeah, if I want to do any of that, do you know what I do? I take the literally quarter of a second it takes to reach into my pocket and pull my phone out. It's got its own special pocket. That pocket is only used for my phone. And I still have 2 extras. Because I don't use my ass pockets. I don't want to sit on shit.
I mean, I don't even need to dig around in my pocket. I still have my phone in my pocket, but I can just flick my wrist and click pause.
How big are your pockets that you have to dig around for your phone?
I wear men's jeans. They're abysses. Pockets.
Yeah, you can fit a lot of
deep.
stuff in these pockets. But still, my phone is high up. I can grab it easy.
I mean, my entire phone fits within my pocket, and I'm imagining I'm assuming I'm not going to be standing the entire time. So, if you're standing, you can dig it out of your pocket quicker. But it's also quicker still to click pause from your watch.
By a negligible amount of time. This is a trick convenience. It's not real. They tricked you.
It still saves time. And you can answer calls. I can answer calls from my watch. If I know it's just going to be a quick, hey, I'm here. Okay, see you in a bit. I can just call from my watch. I don't even have to take it out of my pocket. I can just, hey, I'm here. Okay, bye. And then that's it. I can also respond, and I can respond to texts. I can look at texts from there.
I can look at texts from my phone that I already have to have for my watch.
And if you are going to do some exercising, it just automatically detects if you're running, cycling, swimming, anything like that. And it's all right, I'll track that for you.
I already know if I'm running, exercising, or swimming. I'm
doing
but
does it track? But it doesn't. But you don't track your stats though. You just okay, I'm doing this now. That's all I know. I don't know how many calories I've burnt. I don't know how far I would have gone with this. I don't know any of that. That tracks everything for you.
Track my stats. What am I, a fantasy football player? Not as in someone who plays fantasy football, but a football player who was in.
I mean, they track points. They track points.
Yeah, I don't know how fantasy football works at all. I figured stats factored into it, but I don't know how.
I mean, it kind of does. But yeah, I can look at my watch and it'll tell me the weather. I can have my calendar up there tell me what days.
Literally, I do all of this on my phone every day. And it's usually already in my hand.
Why do you have your phone in your hand so much? Your lazy bones?
Because I'm a Gen Zer. I'm the first... Before anyone's like, for the record, I am the first year of Gen Zers, so...
Yeah, I'm a millennial.
The other week I said I was 25. I'm 24. I don't know. My brain's broken.
Plus, one of my favorite parts, I can have a message that I make on my watch and put it on my, watch face. The message I have is, go fast, eat ass.
That is a classy message. But
because it's funny.
Make an app for my phone that does that. I can make a widget. I bet one already exists.
Yeah, but all of this you have to, look at your phone, open it up, and then do it. This, with a watch, just does it for you automatically.
Just live like me and don't have a password on your phone. Easy peasy. You press a button and you're in.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
I'm kidding. I do have a password on my phone, but only because Google Pay made me.
Yeah, you're saying all of these features are useless, then why do you have them on your phone if they're useless?
They're useless to have on an extra device because they're already on the phone that's required to use that device.
It's just it's just convenience and ease. Everything is just right at your watch. You don't even have to you don't even have to pick up your phone. You don't even have to pick up your phone. You have your watch. And you can do everything. Calls, texts, you can look at photos. Some models even have a camera on the watch. That's awesome.
Why do I need to take pictures with my watch? Who am I, James Bond?
'Cause it's fun! You don't think that's fun?
No, if I want to take a picture, I'm going to take my phone out to take a picture. It already does it.
See, Alex, you're just kind of being weird about it. It's fun! My watch doesn't have a camera, attached to it, but if I had a camera on my watch, holy shit, would I be using that? I would be taking pictures guys, you know what I took this with? My watch!
I'd be like, I would have taken it with my phone.
Because that's funny to me. I'm not going to take pictures of, family get-togethers or anything like that. I'm not going to... If I have, an important picture I need to take, I'm going to take it with my phone. But if I have a camera on my watch, I'm going to be like, oh, this is going to be cool. And I take a random picture of, my cat. And it's like, oh, fuck yeah, this is taken with my phone or my watch. That's so cool.
See, I just don't... It's just not... You can do all of this. You can do all of this already. Every last thing.
Can you check your heart's beat per minute?
Yeah.
With your phone?
Yeah, on a lot of them you can.
How?
The touch thing, it'll check it. Shit, you can check your oxygen level with some phones.
Do you breathe into your speaker?
No, it reads it through your skin somehow. I honestly do not understand the technology.
I don't like that.
You don't like your phone scanning your skin, really getting into it, thinking about it?
No, I don't like the thought of that. That's weird.
Okay, so this line of thought led my brain to the words skin phone, which was nothing until it was something, and that something is very bad.
A phone made of skin?
Yeah, I think I've seen a meme with phone covers that look and feel like real skin. So I have a clear picture in my head. I think they gave it little hairs and shit too. It was bad to look at.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But skin phone. It's the new hot thing. Way better than a smartwatch.
See, I was thinking an Ed Gein type.
Oh no. Oh Jesus. I mean, maybe that's how you make the cover.
An Ed Gein type skin phone.
Ed Gein totally would have had a skin phone.
I think I was going to elaborate more on something. I don't know.
I think that means it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
So thank you for listening. Make sure you follow us on Twitter to see. We talked about some great tweets this episode. You gotta look at them. You gotta retweet them. You gotta follow them. It's great.
Yeah, go tell Edgar Wright we love him and we want him to direct our movie. Clawbster. I don't even know what the title is.
Clawbster.
Clawbster.
You just moved the first letters around. It's fine. Practitioner of Claw. But for following us, it is at Paltry Squabbles on Twitter. You can send us suggestions for topics there, or send them to our email, paltrysquabbles@gmail.com. Blaine, you just gasped. Is there something you want to say?
Yeah, the movie's gonna be a revenge plot.
Revenge on the Clawbster?
No. See, the villain, John Cena, kidnaps, or, like, murders The Rock's lobster wife. Or normal wife, depending on however we go. See, we need to storyboard this. And he's... What was his profession again?
Practitioner of Claw.
Practitioner of Claw. Yeah, he goes on a revenge quest to track down... We need to come up with a title. Or, like, a name for the octopus villain.
Pussy Man?
I was gonna say we rip off Spider-Man again and say Dr. Octopus.
Yeah, definitely Pussy Man was a joke. I don't think we can call our villain Pussy Man. In the Squabbles edition, in the Squabbles cut, he's Pussy Man, but I think we need...
I was gonna say, we could if we don't want Edgar Wright to direct our movie. I know we're in the middle of ending the episode, but...
we gotta come up with this name first. All I can think of right now is Invisipus, and that's not right. That's not good.
Octomom. But it's John Cena.
John Cena plays a loving mother who gets struck by a glowing octopus in much the same way, but because John Cena is a loving mother, somehow John Cena is now bad. No, see, that doesn't work. Shit. I do like Octomom, though. Maybe John Cena's minions are octopus babies that he birthed.
Ooh, what about October?
Ooh, that's just mysterious enough. I like that.
Wait, but that also would be like a calendar guy. John Cena's basically a calendar guy, right? Like those sexy calendars, John Cena would be Mr. October, right?
Oh, yeah. But I think that's good. He's a calendar model who, at the exact same time, it's fate. It's fate that this happens. He gets hit by a glowing octopus just as The Rock gets hit by a glowing lobster. Yeah. Yes.
Ooh, here we go.
This is coming together.
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling like Kronk right now. Oh, yeah, it's all coming together.
Kronk is the best. Can we have John Goodman in it? Wait, no. Kronk isn't John Goodman. Kronk is Patrick Warburton. Or Warburton. I never remember.
Yeah, it's Patrick Warburton.
I love Patrick Warburton.
Can we replace John Cena with Patrick Warburton?
Yeah, we could do that.
I would love that. Please.
Yes, because with Edgar Wright, we're gonna have more budget, so we don't need that final cut of just a WWE scene.
Yeah, and we need Simon Pegg and Nick Frost to make a cameo appearance because it's Edgar Wright, and he's worked with those two a lot.
And I would love to work with those two. Who are they? What are they doing?
Me.
Well, okay, maybe in the Squabbles cut, there could be, in between Rock Clawbster just going to town with his loving wife, there is one scene where Simon Pegg and Nick Frost and Blaine are all having a three-way.
Getting pegged.
Obviously, Simon Pegg is doing the pegging.
Yeah.
Ooh, and he's got a dildo on so that he's pegging both you and Nick Frost at once.
Oh.
Wow, a PG episode is going to be hard.
No, okay, so Simon Pegg puts the strap on backwards.
Oh my god, yes.
Going back and forth.
And at some point, somebody has to call it a monkey in the middle.
I hate this idea, but I also kind of love it. See, I was thinking, we dress them up in the exact same costume as for... Oh my god, I'm blanking on the name. What's the name?
Context clues?
The movie that they were in. Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz.
Have them in the exact same, costumes as they were in Hot Fuzz, and you just see them, running around in the background in, every couple scenes.
A lot of people don't realize this, but Rock Clawbster is actually a direct sequel to Hot Fuzz. It just focuses on somewhere else in the universe.
The connected universe.
Yeah. We're starting our own fuck the MCU. We're starting the SPCU, the Simon Pegg Cinematic Universe.
Okay, where were we in ending our episode? I don't remember at all.
Follow us on Twitter at Paltry Squabbles. Send us an email, paltrysquabbles@gmail.com. We'd love topic suggestions, but really send us anything. We would love to hear from our fans. And we know there are so many of you. Thank you.
Yep, and don't forget, as always,
You'll always have us.